Join us next time on Daytime.
Ian McKinstry is going to make us some warm winter comfort food.
Sounds good. Hassan Jaffer will be here to interpret our minds.
And we're going to get in shape and look sexy while we're doing it with Krista from Flirty Girl.
But today, our next guest we're going to be chatting with after the break, was speaking with us, was reading our palms.
Yes.
He's interpreting our lives and our minds and our futures. Fascinating.
He also said, I have traits of Bill Clinton and George Bush.
And Paul Martin.
And Paul Martin.
What do you think that means?
Well, I do have a shipping company overseas. I play the sax, and I want to do me. So I'm guessing...
Oh, stay tuned if you can bear it. Hassan Jaffer is next.
Skeptics might say, what do the stars have to do with what we do here on Earth? And our next guest has a very, very good answer for that.
He's the owner of Astrograph Inc. Hassan Jaffer joins us today. How are you, Hassan?
Hi, Marie Sheeran.
Yes, it's me.
Yes.
I know you're excited because you're all about stars, and I am one.
Yes,
daytime television.
She's a very big star here.
Hassan, you were reading our palms, and
Yes.
you were doing some interpretations.
Actually, we are just holding your hands, you know.
Yeah, I was saying, you actually just hitting
This is
upon
the
Horacio.
best come online ever.
Yeah.
I am an astrologer. I like to interpret. Can I please see your palm? I bet you've met a
Actually,
lot of women.
I actually wrote books on palmistry also, yeah. It's called Revelation of the Hands.
Interesting.
And a French version now coming out, Revelation par les mains, also, you know.
It's worldwide. This
Right.
is a very interesting book, Moon Magic 2006. And Hassan, you claim that after reading this book, a lot of people can understand astrology and
In
make
5
their own
minutes.
predictions.
It's
In
the only book
5
in the world.
minutes.
Yeah. Actually, Anthony I can look at him on page 53, he'll know exactly what's happening today.
Well, you know what's funny is
Right there.
Whoa.
there's a picture of you with a very famous fella on the back there.
Larry King?
Larry King.
How did you come to
Did
know
you read his
Mr.
palm?
Larry King?
Yeah, he's actually a client of mine also. I've been there twice actually with him. I have like 12,000 clients around the world. You know.
12,000 clients
We have
around the
6
world.
kings and queens and Queen Sophia of Spain. You have Prince Michael and King Constantine. We have quite a few people.
So when you say that they are your clients, what services do you offer?
Well, we look at people's charts. I try to focus on the highest potential of people. That's what I look at, you know. I don't look at all the limitations and all the people will figure them out. Like, for example, Anthony is into music. I'm also a musician. I'm a composer also, a black belt in Taekwondo. I fly planes and I speak, rewrite 8, 9 languages. I'm an artist. But all of these things
Do you
are
think you
necessary.
could do more, Hassan?
Yeah.
I'm
Did
sensing
you
a
ever
lot
feel
of
like
these things
slipping
are
away and you haven't done anything?
slacker, procrastinator.
No, these things are very important to understand human nature.
So you're
Like the
helping
minute-
people identify their potential.
That's right. You
The
start
good in
taking
their
drugs
lives.
and all that. For example, if he didn't have music, he'll go into all kinds of different things. Maybe he still does, but like you see, in my case, I lost my mother
It's
when I
an
was born,
outlet for you.
and that's the reason I got into astrology, because I always felt very special that if God had to deny me something so precious in mother's life, I must be somebody very special. So even though I'm an engineer by profession, actually, and this is my calling.
This is
and
your
I find-
passion.
yes.
Right. So what can you tell by looking at somebody's hands? I mean, you could have obviously watched our show and said, okay, he likes to tell the odd joke.
Actually,
he's
the
a
first
bit
time
flip.
I watched, actually, I've never watched this, I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
but-
that's okay.
I mean, you two look great, I must say, you know, but...
Yes,
yeah,
we
we
do.
do. We do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we know.
You
we
really
know
do.
that.
Did you see me on the pole earlier?
Especially when I know your chart, because you have very dynamic chart. See, you have this very charismatic, like Mercury in Leo. When I said Paul Martin is born with that, he does have managerial ability. He does have the aspect, and unfortunately, Bush is also born with that aspect. So one thing which he's good at, even though all this bombing and everything, but he's very definite when he says, well, do this and do that, especially if somebody else has written a speech. So, and he's so confident.
Clarity
That's why-
and confidence.
That's right. So
That's
it's
so
very
cute.
easy to get along with somebody like Anthony. All you have to do is just agree with whatever he's saying.
No, that's not.
And
he's
that
so convinced,
has
but he's
been
right.
my problem all along. I have never agreed with you,
I
and
know,
that's where
you're
our
exactly opposite. You're like an exact skeptic.
Well,
You're
that's true.
I am a
She
skeptic.
very brainy, me not so much. The opposites attract, though, and we work well together.
But
do they
you
not?
are
You do
'cause
very well, yeah.
You asked for
you're
our.
like a comedian. You know, Dick Cavett was born Mercury in Scorpio.
I love Dick
And
Cavett.
so was Johnny Carson, of course.
And we are excellent deadpan straight men.
Absolutely.
That's our
yeah.
style,
It's
sarcasm.
sarcastic
Yeah,
way.
Marussia looks straight at the camera.
And you know, and many actors and actresses who did not start out as being comedians, but they became like that, including Jodie Foster and Demi Moore. That's very good. They also have Mercury in Scorpio too.
Look at that.
Her talent shows up in crisis situations.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if
I'm
you
good
can-
in a crisis. That is true.
But you may also use words which are very crisis type, you know, like all
Because
the fatalistic and
I'm very
aspect.
fatalistic, and you are very optimistic.
Very
I'm
optimistic. yeah. And he's
hugely
born with that.
optimistic.
That's right. He is extremely, and as if some kind of a hard time with God. And that's why you see that this Messiah complex, like people can get. Like Clinton was born with that. Some of the best orators are born with that.
Yes,
Clinton was born with that
absolutely.
also, yeah. Like there's no doubt in his mind.
By
which is
orators, you
something-
mean public speaking?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. When you're so convinced that you're right, it's a force of conviction. Whereas in Manisha's
my
case,
case-
it's a research capacity.
I've got
which
to
she
know
does.
it before I say it.
Yeah.
Now here on page 15, this is where you get the goods. If you've ever wanted to teach yourself astrology, kind of figure out more about yourself, interpret yourself, page 15, tell us about this personal
There's only one
column.
column that applies to you. What you do is look at the date and time of birth. For example, in Anthony's case, it's a B column that applies to him. So
Okay.
if you turn
He's
to, it's a B column, and it never changes. So, for example, if you want to see what his personality is like, I'll just let you read the B column right here.
Okay, this is you, Anthony.
This is me.
Good posture and a dramatic and theatrical personality.
What do you mean by that, my dear?
Magnetic, proud, flamboyant, and generous-hearted.
Flamboyant, some might say.
Seek limelight and constant admiration.
Me? Never.
It's so true. Leadership and administrative qualities.
Administrative?
Stand
Can you work
out in a
computer?
crowd. Easy to
What?
get fame or notoriety. Adds glamour to a chart.
Damn, I'm good.
Exhibitionist tendencies.
Did you see the pole dance earlier?
Did you see it? Okay, now what about my chart?
Okay, what is Mirage?
What column
She's
am
off the
I?
chart.
I should be
She's
off
off the
chart.
You actually
izzle.
have Taurus. Your rising sign is Taurus, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
And
Scorpio
Taurus
with
and Gemini,
Taurus.
that's right. So Taurus is a very, very stable, dependable, very loyal aspect.
Oh,
about you.
I'm fiercely loyal.
Fiercely loyal.
And the type of person that you seek, the ideal complement to your personality is somebody who has some Scorpio and Sagittarius planets. It's like somebody from Calabria and Sicily. You like this powerful type of
I
people.
do like that.
But also those are sort of philosophical type in foreign countries, foreign lands for people.
It's so
That's
true,
nothing.
Hassan.
Why is
Okay,
that?
what column am I?
But
I
by
want
the
to
way,
know.
what you have to understand, it's not my plan. We cannot even create a dust particle. Like all that glory belongs to that creator who makes these things.
You're saying
It's
it's
his
all
plan.
predetermined.
No, the only thing which is determined, you see, like my chart is like the worst drug addict you've ever seen.
Your chart is?
And yet, I've never taken a drop of alcohol in my life. I've absolutely
Really?
no idea what beer tastes like, what champagne tastes like.
you
But
and I should
everything
get
that I
together.
do is an obsession.
You and I should get
It's a
together.
compulsive,
One lost
compulsive
weekend later,
personality.
you'll
Yeah, you'll definitely give up drinking, that's for sure.
Always having a
So
bit of fun.
basically what you're saying is that you can tell certain tendencies in a person, but whether you choose to act on them
That's
or
it.
suppress
It's
them,
your
that
free
is the
choice.
key.
Exactly. Yeah. If I was Prophet Abraham's astrologer and said that you will sacrifice your son, I'd be 100% wrong. I'd be that's blasphemy. But if I said, Prophet Abraham, you'll go through the experience of sacrificing your son, when it'll happen, and how long would it last? All three things would be 100% correct. Here, for example, on my world events for the
Let's
year
look at this.
2017.
Hey, tomorrow is Eid.
No, last summer.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
the last summer I wrote about tsunamis, like major tsunamis triggered by underwater earthquakes.
True.
Right
Even
there.
before, the aspect of oil prices being up. Like I mean,
You
we recognize
predicted
that.
it.
Yes, all that, yeah.
This is
Even in 1986, I wrote
to
about.
2017 this goes, right? In
That's right.
1986 you said what?
We wrote about end of communism, end of apartheid, and all because here's Pluto, for example, and what it means. So 2008 is the dividing line where we'll
Oh,
have
I
peace all around the world.
understand.
So that's when the peace is coming all around the world.
Is there anything in here about the Leafs winning the cup?
Oh, stop it.
Or
Wait,
do you not do miracles?
I
Actually,
know.
you know what's really interesting? Recently,
Yes.
the coach for the Raptors have come to me actually.
Right.
And I saw that chart, and when I was comparing, there are certain aspects for athletics. There's a Mars-Jupiter aspect.
Yeah.
And people who are daring adventures, like sudden burst of energy.
Yeah.
I did 2,800 of the best basketball players in America.
Yeah,
And there is
yeah.
a certain pattern.
There's a pattern?
And when you look at Leafs, Raptors, it's completely missing. The coach cannot do anything. They need the forward people, people. I watched their show for the first time about a month ago, and there was this fellow, he was a very tall fellow, and
Yes.
and he was number 4, and I said, "What's your name?" And he said, "I'm Chris Bosch."
Chris
I didn't know
Bosch.
who he was. I said,
You
"I
know?
bet you." I said, "I bet you anything, your brain line is totally separate." He said, "What do you mean?" So he showed me in his hand. His brain line is completely separate. He said, "How could you tell?" I said, "Because I watched the game, and you were the only one who actually didn't keep on passing to each other. As soon as you got the ball, you just went and scored the goal."
And just went.
The other
Put
keep-
back.
other people
Solitary
just
figure.
keep, just pass to each other. They need that dynamic part that is missing, but they actually need different players.
Should Mo Pete got a better piece of Vince Carter, in your opinion?
Who?
No, it's
Mo
okay.
I'm sorry, I don't
It's
know.
okay. You had to have seen the game the other day. It was, it's all right.
I just want to read something from my column. I usually have authority clashes. It's true.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
me. I want immediate results and quick action.
Oh,
It's
yes.
true.
Yes. Hassan, this
True.
is incredible. Now, we're pretty much out of time, but you have our charts over
Yes,
there?
what do the
What
charts
does that
say?
show?
Well, it does indicate that
15
you are,
seconds.
Yes, we have 8 seconds.
15.
15 seconds.
I
see,
double
okay.
your time for you.
Well, in her case, this is a fantastic year for marriage and relationships. It's an excellent year. It's one of the best aspects, actually. And you should really buy it till about
I mean,
September.
that's very interesting
Yeah,
news.
That's great.
All right.
aspect.
Hassan, thank
very
you.
much.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the program.
Hassan might have even cured my keyboard woes.
Yes.
Because he's a musician. We were talking a little earlier.
Moon Magic 2006. For more information, call 416-497-9000 or visit www.astrotrends.net.
Wow, this is a really
So
incredible.
interesting.
Yeah. You have to come back. You have to come back.
Yes.